Neurons to neighborhood. We are complex just like our mother nature. Look at your body or any of human bodies and then Google some basic biology. I'm assuming you have the basics of anatomy or biology already. If you notice and read about human bodies carefully, you will see how complex interlocking system it has. We have mitochondria, which have some specific things to do. We have blood, but not just blood, many types of blood cells are there, and because I have mentioned neuron, let's look at that fucking piece of shit. You see? Even this micro level small piece of shit has nearly 7 parts of its own, and they have their own thing to do, their own duties. We are not simple creatures. We are biologically very, very complex. Our internal structure is so complex that if we want to do the job of a single neuron on a human level, we will need a big corporation with thousands of workers. Now let's look at the world around us. As humans, our ancestors had developed many rituals, cultures, and ways of doing a thing. Ways of behaving in a certain context, ways of talking in a specific social situation. We are bearing that for thousands of years. If you have ever noticed, I don't know if you had, you do not behave the same way in front of everyone. You don't talk to your teachers the way you do with your parents or friends. You show respect to the person who is looking presentable to you, and you are not caring about someone who seems like belong to a lower social position than you. We are political creatures. We are not meant to behave the same always. We have to put on a different mask in any given situation. A man who is 100% authentic is a man who has no value or personality. Well, you are not an animal. You are much more complicated than that. People around you are playing little games to get better than you. You see one of your classmates is getting more attention from a certain teacher with whom he has a good relationship. You see there are some shady group mentality going on in your office. Sometimes you are a part of that, and sometimes you are the victim. You are the fucking victim. So we humans do not behave simply. We have developed layer after layer after layer after layer in our social interaction that we can't even get rid of. So better accept it and strategize against it for your own benefit. Again, from neurons to neighborhood, we are as complex as our mother nature or universe. There are 8 planets out there in our solar system. Then we have more than a billion solar systems in the Milky Way galaxy. I take a billion galaxy, now you have a local group. And the layer goes on. Is it looking simple to you? So exactly why talk about all of this? Why am I showing you that everything is complex? Because I want to tell you, you just can't go out in the world with just authenticity. YouTube philosophers nowadays try to convince you that be authentic to everyone, do not hide anything from anyone, which is bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. As a person, you require to have something called personal, quote unquote. And I'm not saying be fake, my friend, or lie, or don't be authentic, nothing like that. But understand where you have to put on a certain mask. You just can't go out in that fucking complicated, complex world without any planning or strategy. You have to have some certain weapons. You must have options. This is the ultimate sense of power, my friend. Powerful people always have options. We have to learn how to fight this complexity. We think building skills are enough. The world will worship us. No, brother. Every one of 7 billion wants their name to go higher than others. You have to play games. You have to be a master of social games, a master of networking, a master of that skill also. For simple day-to-day interaction, suppose you want to keep a relationship healthy. Any relationship. You have to focus on their non-verbal cues. You have to know how the masculine and the feminine works. For example, we men respond to facts, features. Women respond to feelings, emotions attached with them. Like when a man buys a phone, he looks for better RAM, ROM, processor. Women mostly go for the lighter, looking better, good camera type phones. No one is wrong. None of them are wrong, but they are different. That's why they work differently on a biological level and on a psychological level. You have to keep that in mind. You have to have a plan further. Aim at something single mindedly, then develop strategies for how you can achieve that, fighting with the complexity of the world. Don't be high on that be authentic bullshit always. And please subscribe to the channel. I will bring much more useful videos, valuable videos. Subscribe and hit the bell icon.